we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This one fielded at the 5. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Jaguars at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lawrence. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Lawrence. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know. Looking ahead.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Now Lawrence. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Got it.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown and the field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A second down throw for Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott. It's caught. Tompkins. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Prescott now. And he's got it.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz as time expires in the first half.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On play action, Prescott. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He completes it to Tompkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Maher is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Lawrence on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, when receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought? Quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times.
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Jaguars 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Brought down by Devin Harper.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott now from the 50. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence with a completion to Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From midfield now, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.